must continue the fight and defend the free will of the people. And no matter how small, our brotherhood is the only hope.
Set in ancient Egypt, Assassin's Creed Origins has you in the role of Bayek. He's a magi, sort of like a sheriff, tasked with protecting the interests of the pharaoh and the common man. As you would expect, the plot is one of revenge and retribution. This is familiar ground for Ubisoft, with past titles such as Assassin's Creed 2, Watch Dogs, and The Crew using the same tropes. The game is visually stunning, be it taking a boat ride across the Nile at dusk with the rays of the setting sun reflecting on the water, or the intricate details of Egyptian temples. The environments are the game's highlight. From the cities of Memphis and Alexandria to the temple town of Yamu, there's a lot to take in, and all of it is aesthetically pleasing. The same attention to detail extends to character models of its main cast, such as Bayek and his wife Aya. Sadly, some of the antagonists and the supporting cast don't receive an equal level of polish and appear to be plain in comparison. Through the 30 odd hours it'll take you to play through Bayek's tale, you'll rescue books for old men from bandits, square off against warriors in religious festivities, and even destroy spurious goods. This of course is apart from the main questline. You may be thinking that the aforementioned activities are optional and that's how they're labelled by the game, but that's not really true. This is because Assassin's Creed Origins compares your progress and experience to your enemy at any given time. This includes the main story quests. So if your enemies are marked in red, they'd be tough to beat and you'd find yourself embarking on many a side mission to level up. You can try your luck anyway, and we discovered that if you plan your approach well enough, opting for stealth and ranged attacks, success is pretty much guaranteed. The game did get a day 1 patch to address gameplay balance, but it still feels out of sync, considering how easy it is to complete certain objectives even if the game thinks you're under-leveled. This brings us to Assassin's Creed Origins gameplay, or rather the flexibility on offer. Combat is a lot more nuanced compared to past games in the series, with 3 styles to choose from. You can pommel your foes into submission with a variety of hammers and swords, and take down soldiers from afar with a bow, or simply slink around and knock your enemies down while in stealth. Unlike past games where combat felt like a stiffer, more deliberate version of the Batman Arkham titles, Assassin's Creed Origins has you using quick attacks, shield breaking hits, and blocking with your shield. You can even attack one on a camel or a horse, and parry or charge up your attacks for more damage. Each kill feels satisfying, and this is particularly true when using a massive hammer in combat to smite your foe. Using a bow and arrow is similar to other games with not much to write home about, while stealth works like it did in past entries, but borrows from Metal Gear Solid 5 in the sense that you have a brief window to react and take down your opponent if you're spotted. Plus there are a ton of weapon and gear customizations as well as a skill tree, allowing you to customize Bayek to suit your playstyle. More often than not, we resorted to range and stealth attacks, taking down enemies from afar or quietly, thinning the numbers before opting for an out-and-out combat with poisoned weapons that cause continuous damage even after a single hit. Unlike past games, it's tougher to take out more than 2 enemies at a time with an axe or a sword, as you tend to get swamped by the opposition, making slinking around a necessity. We didn't notice any game-breaking bugs, however we'd be remiss to say that it's flawless. We noticed some minor glitches when climbing up a tower and hanging off a ledge, rearing the head on the odd occasion. Assassin's Creed Origins also has microtransactions. Unlike a slew of big-budget console games this year, these allow you to access better gear, unlock abilities faster, and obtain in-game currency. They aren't as bad as Forza 7 and are relegated to their own corner in the game's many menus, and we didn't feel the need to use them to progress. All in all, there's more than enough to give Assassin's Creed Origins a go. Revamped combat, a fantastic representation of ancient Egypt, and a world crammed with things to do, Assassin's Creed Origins is a return to form for the franchise that has us optimistic on what to expect next. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Gadgets360.